Hi everyone, welcome to this week's edition of The Fix. And The Fix is the Friday session where we strip away the hype and answer the real questions about AI. Here we walk through 5 common questions about a key issue, subject or topic in and around AI and provide clear, practical answers for small businesses. My name is Craig and it's very good to be with you today when we present the next edition of The Fix. And unfortunately, this will be our last edition of The Fix. Given the way that AI is changing and what's happening in the world of AI and using it in business, we have decided that we need to change what we do and how we present and what's happening. So this will be our last edition of The Fix this week. I'm sorry to see it go, but that's just the way things move in the ever-changing and quickly changing world of AI and how you apply it in business. But we'll focus on this week's edition and clear up some questions from Tuesday when we talked about why AI breaks down without clear decision rules. And today we're going to answer real questions that come up after that conversation, that have come up, that have been discussed, because understanding the idea is one thing, installing it is another. So let's get into it. Let's jump into the first question on this week of The Fix. And how do I know if my AI problem is actually a lack of decision rules? Well, if your AI outputs feel inconsistent, feel generic, slightly off-brand, or you're stuck choosing between decent options, you're likely to have a decision rule gap. And here's the key sign to look for. If you look at 2 AI outputs that AI gives you to an answer to a prompt or a question or whatever you're giving it and think, gee, they're both fine, but which one should I use? That's not a prompt issue. That's a standards issue. AI doesn't know what wins in your business. You haven't told it. So it's going to give you what it thinks on average is the best answer. So that's why we always talk about clarity and talk about guardrails. Guardrails is to keep you and to keep your AI tool focused on what you want to achieve and what your goals are. So let's look at question 2. What makes a strong decision rule versus a weak one? Now that's a very good discussion this week, but what we feel is weak rules are vague, such as be valuable, sound professional, create engagement. Those aren't rules. They're preferences. Strong rules create tension. They force a trade-off. For example, you want profit over popularity. You want conversion over engagement. You want clarity over cleverness. You want speed over perfection. They're strong rules. And a strong rule will answer this question. When there's a choice, what wins? If it doesn't force a choice, it's not strong enough. And you want to force your AI tool to produce the best thing for you and your business, what your outcome is, what your goal is. So make sure you have strong rules that define what your business is about and what it wants to achieve. Now, question 3 was, how many decision rules should my business have? And please don't complicate this. Don't have a multitude of rules that suddenly you get stuck in so many rules that people forget what the rules were and then whatever. At the strategic level, you probably will have 3 to 5 core standards per major area is plenty. But at the operational level, often one rule per workflow is enough. As we said earlier, you don't want a 20-rule manifesto. Too many rules create friction. Too few create drift. Start small, like everything. You start small and test it. One area, one rule, test it, then expand, then move to other areas. But just have one rule. You want conversion over engagement. You don't necessarily want a post that's going to be shared by 1,000 people, but you want a post that's going to be clicked through by 50 qualified buyers. That's what you want. That's what we want in our business, and that's what I would think is you want in your business. you want to achieve sales over you want to achieve engagement. You're after some key decision rules of what you want your prompts to achieve, what you want your AI tool to achieve. And do decision rules limit creativity? Actually, it's the opposite. Constraints increase distinctiveness. How many times have you heard or read a story where people are saying that because they had limited resources, they were forced to think and be creative about what they wanted to do? When you remove boundaries, you get average. When you define boundaries, creativity has direction. Think about it. If everything is allowed, then nothing stands out. Decision rules don't reduce creativity. They focus it. I don't know how many things you see where people, we don't have unlimited resources. You don't have unlimited time. You don't have unlimited money. You don't have unlimited people. You are constrained. There are constraints within which you operate. Financially, physically, emotionally, product-wise, you understand your constraints and then get the most from those resources you have. No business, no government, no whatever has unlimited resources, unlimited people, unlimited time. So decision rules will not limit creativity. They will focus it for you. You'll focus the power of your AI tool with the clarity, with the rule, with the direction. Instead of it giving you average from a broad spectrum, it's going to focus on a defined area, and for that you'll get a better output. And focus is really what most AI outputs are missing. They're getting a lot of generic, a lot of nice things, but not direct focused answers. And the last question for this week is, where should I start applying decision rules first? We always suggest to start where inconsistency costs you money. What's hurting your revenue? Because at the end of the day, each business stands up by how many sales it makes, not how many followers it has here or there. It's an actual sales. So start with 3 strong areas: your sales messaging, your lead follow-up, and your offer positioning. Look at how you are communicating to your market, who your ideal target market is, and focus on those areas to start improving your revenue through sales. Because clarity will directly impact revenue. If AI is helping you create content, but your sales messaging is vague, you're just going to scale confusion. Fix revenue paths first, then optimize content. Think about where you want your business to go. It's important. It's important to get the most out of your AI tool than what your opposition or competitors are. Because AI is such a powerful, powerful part of your business. And you really need to focus it to get the most out of it. So if AI feels inconsistent when your standards are inconsistent, it feels powerful when your standards are clear. If you're getting inconsistency because you're inconsistent on this side, then you're going to get power when you start to become powerful with your standards. Decision rules are not complicated. They are just non-negotiable priorities that your business operates on. And once you define them, AI stops guessing, which means your business will stop drifting. And that's important. And that's us. I thank you. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your attendance. And I thank you for being part of The Fix when we've been running this over for nearly, it's probably nearly 12 months now, the greater part of last year, 2025, and earlier this. But we are going to change from The Fix and to focus more on what we present on Wednesday, which was the AI shift. And then we have a new segment we're thinking of trialing, which we will trial not next week, but the week after on a Wednesday, because the world of AI and how it impacts business is greatly changing. It's changing at a rapid rate, and we all need to change as that evolves and goes. So Thank you all for being a part of the audience with The Fix. I thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of Friday and a beautiful weekend. I hope you take some time after today to just reassess and put together 3 or 5 key decision rules for your business or for a key area of your business and start getting better results, better outcomes from your AI prompts. But thank you again. It's been a pleasure to be with you today, and it's been a pleasure to present this to you every Friday. I thank you for your time. I wish you well for the weekend, and we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday when we present another edition next week of the AI Shift. But until then,